Is there anything sillier than a neo-pagan or a Wiccan or a Satanist who is also an anti-Christian? Or claims that the church had borrowed things directly from paganism? You see, I got back into the church after atheism by reading Ayn Rand and then picking up the Satanic Bible. It was the Satanic Bible that caused me to embrace religion, especially an ancient one like Orthodoxy. It was not until well over a year later that I started to regain some idea of belief in the spiritual. But the fact that this multifaceted religion had a liturgical calendar that was cyclical, times of fasting and feasting, was culturally relevant, had not changed since the year 397, allowed me to connect to every single one of my ancestors for the last 1700 or 1600 years, as well as there being things like confession, and the places of worship are beautiful, sacred looking spaces instead of like these modern Bible churches. A formula that will never change, a way of bringing somebody into the world, of wedding them, and of the way they are buried, which has lasted unchanged since 397. After a while, with a monotheistic male god, this woman, Saint Mary, became more and more elevated, so that we have the Queen of Heaven. Paganism is natural. You can start out with the harshest form of monotheism, let it sit for a few thousand years, and you'll get all of what gets called paganism. Also, Orthodoxy, the Orthodox Church, allows for images. Images are very important. You walk into an Orthodox church, it's like taking a vacation, because there's no unnatural light. You have incense burning, you have candles burning, you have chanting. That sounds totally alien. But yet, these Wiccans will create their own little ritual when they go out into the woods or read a couple Time Life books and think that that's how the pagans acted. No, the pagans followed what their parents, their clan, their tribe, their people passed on down to them. I don't understand it. And people talk about ancestor worship. What do you think the saints are? People talk about spells and incantations. What do you think blessed objects are, and commands of exorcism? What do you think holy water is? What do you think the holy fire is? It's really silly. Nothing beats the psychodrama of the Orthodox liturgy. And I have Anton LaVey and the Satanic Bible to thank for me practicing Orthodoxy to this day. Because I became an atheist for a few years. Then I realized that man is a religious animal, and that to deny our religious nature is to be a Puritan. And that's what the Protestants are like. That's why I consider atheist to be a form of Protestantism. It's a puritanical, ridiculous thing that doesn't allow for feasting periods, cyclical time, fasting periods, traditions that have lasted for thousands of years, forms of worship that you don't completely understand, and that's kind of the point. Rituals that people have forgotten why we still do them, and a way of communicating a culture to future generations. That's why I don't understand why, and an actual Satanist, a dyed-in-the-wool Satanist, wouldn't be wearing a pentagram, right? I mean, the real ones are friggin' Roman Catholic bishops and shit like that, right? But anyway, that's just kind of my angst with the whole, New Age / neo-pagan / Wiccan / I'm a Satanist kind of people. Let me correct that. I actually don't have a problem with those people if they can see past their own propaganda and understand that what I'm doing is embracing the all these things that are extremely ancient. Cyclical time, liturgical calendar, fasting and feasting, that were these disciplines were set down. Meditation that's been taught, the 5 different forms of meditation that we practice, the prayer beads, the times when we're commanded to be intoxicated, the prayers to those who have gone before us. I mean, I speak to my sister who passed away, and any one of my ancestors. People can call it ancestor worship. We have images that we venerate. At what place looks more idolatrous to the Puritan and atheist than an Eastern Orthodox parish? I leave you with that question. Peace to you.